everybody, welcome back to Pro Carry Trucker. I just got off the phone with the old soldier. Some thoughts of the old soldier. A couple videos he's done recently are right in line with what I've been debating on doing. I'm just not good at wording what I want to say. However, he does an excellent job of it. Shot him a message, private message. Hey, give me a call if you get a chance. Drop my phone number, and he called. We had a good little conversation, real good conversation. Would love to get the chance to sit down and coffee with him sometime. I have a feeling we'd be going through quite a bit of coffee. But a couple of videos, I'm going to link to the bottom of this video in the description. His last two videos I'm going to put down there, link in the description. Definitely worth checking out. Like I said, right in line with what I'm going to talk about now, but he does a better job of explaining it. Yeah, I am doing videos on the Revolutionary War, leading up to our independence and why. Basically, some of the events that took place, why those events took place, the consequences of those events. Last video I did was on the Second Continental. I better check on that. I got my material for the Second Continental Congress. Can't remember if I did that video or not. I'll have to look. But up to or right at the Second Continental Congress right now on my history videos. But when it comes to the Constitution, Lee is a lot more versed in the Constitution than I am. I'd like to say I know the Constitution more than just the rudimentary part of it. I know more than the basics, but I don't know what I should know. You want to talk Constitution, talk to Lee. He knows what he's talking about. Let's get on with the what I was actually targeting this video. Excuse my French, but the U.S. government has gone to hell. It's basically being ran like a socialistic, communistic, liberal government. If you say, oh, wait a minute, that's three governments. You can't have that. You can't have one government running three platforms. Well, yeah, you can, because communists, socialists, and liberals are all the same thing with a different name. If you reload, I hope you got primers in stock. I hope that before recent events, you've been buying primers and just stocking them up and putting them away, because if you're out of primers, you ain't reloading right now because they're non-existent. You cannot buy a single primer anywhere unless you got a private citizen that's got a stockpile of them that'll sell you some. There are no stores that have any primers. But the odd thing is, Canada's got plenty of them. If you Google gun stores in Canada, pick out some of the larger ones that got online stores. Search for primers. You'll find all kinds of them. Trouble is, they can't ship primers. They cannot ship reloading components at all across the international border. So we're screwed. If they're readily available in Canada, but completely non-existent here, that is not a supply issue. That is a government-controlled issue, which is unconstitutional in my opinion. And we're not talking they got readily available primers that are made in Canada. We're talking CCI primers. We're talking well-known big manufacturer companies such as CCI. If you lived in Canada, you could buy CCI primers just fine. Can't find them in the U.S. They don't exist right now. Well, I'm not saying they don't exist, or they're not on the shelves anywhere. And I'm not talking rifle, pistol, large, small. I'm not talking individual type of primers. I'm talking all primers. You cannot even get 209s, which is a primer for shotguns. A very common primer for reloading your 12 gauge shotgun shell. I did a video a while back, Walmart. I went into Walmart and the shelves were about half full. The meat section was about half stocked what it usually is. It wasn't just the paper aisle, it wasn't just the toilet paper, paper towels and stuff. It was everything. I couldn't even find coffee filters. I could get coffee filters for the little bitty coffee maker that made like single or maybe 4 cups or whatever, but the regular sized coffee pots make 12 cups. I couldn't find no filters for them. They were out of stock. Spices, we were originally went into Walmart to get some spices that day for dinner, to make dinner that night. Yeah, we couldn't find the spices we needed. And we're talking common spices like Italian seasoning, seasoning salt, stuff like that. Out of stock, didn't have it. The government's trying to control us, people, and it's unconstitutional. They basically want us to be like North Korea, old communist Russia. Back before the late 80s, the way East Germany used to be. That's what the Democratic Party wants. Democratic, Socialist, Liberal, Communist Party wants. You got a guy who wants to be a dickhead. Get you too, motherfucker. Went to pass that truck, then he decided to speed up on me. And then I turned my signal on, and the second truck decided he wasn't going to let me around either, or let me back over either. I would like to know where they've trained these steering wheel holders today. But let's get back on track. Sorry about that. I can get road rage a little bit every now and then. Yeah, they want to control us. They want to tell us what we can buy, when we can buy it, where we can buy it, and how much we can buy. They've talked about gun control, banning guns. I believe they finally kind of realized they're not going to be able to do that. In my opinion, I think that's a big play in these primers. Ammunition's been hard to come by. If you can come by it, it costs an arm and a leg. I used to buy 100 rounds or 110 rounds of, I think your Eagle or Eagle Claw 223, and it was $35. You're looking at $160 for that same box now. I was in local gun shop last week. They had military surplus 308s. 500 rounds for $700. That's ridiculous. What they're doing is they're basically limiting the ammo. They're going to take the ammo away from us. Right now, you can't get primers, so you can't get you can't reload. So, well, if we don't have ammunition, then they don't have to worry about taking the guns from us. At one time, it was, well, they take the ammunition, we'll just reload. Well, they're kind of taking, they're taking that step out of the equation too. Granted, this is just my thoughts, but I think they're very sound thoughts. What else we got going on? We know these numbers with the coronavirus, we know they're exaggerated. It's been proven that there has been a boatload of positive cases that were not positive cases. They just marked it down. I know somebody personally that their sister-in-law was scheduled to go get a test. Something came up at work or something like that they did not go get tested. Never went and got the test done. And approximately 2 weeks after the test was supposed to have been taken, they get a letter in the mail from the health department telling them that they tested positive. Oh, that was kind of hard considering they were never there. And that's not, that one isn't hearsay. That's, well, I guess you could say hearsay because it's not me that saw it. But I personally know the person that this happened to. Oh. Yeah, the numbers are exaggerated. So, yeah, I'm not saying COVID doesn't exist. Yeah, COVID's real, and it's very bad for a lot of people. But it's not as bad as what they say. I rarely, and I mean very, very rarely, do I put a mask on. You want to comment down in the comment section and wring my ass for it, you go right ahead. You know what? If you want to wear a mask, you wear a mask. If you're wearing a mask, you're protected. You shouldn't be worried about me. You don't like, you see me not wearing a mask? Just don't stand near me. Not like people watching this video. If you don't like what I gotta say, you don't have to watch it. Hit that stop button, go on to another video. I ain't holding a gun to your head saying you gotta watch this video. As an American, that's a right you have. Now, if you lived in North Korea, they'd be telling you what you had to watch. When you had to watch it. What time you had to watch it. But just a little bit of a rant today. People, we need to stand up. One person, one little group can't do it. we're going to have conservatives, patriots, we're going to have to come together, and we're going to have to make the government stand by the Constitution, or we are screwed. Like I said, I will post a link to Lee's last 2 videos down in the description below. He does a lot better job of wording what needs to be said than I do. We appreciate you watching. We'll catch you on the next video.